Joining us now are the nightclub owner and entrepreneur and attendee at the ball, Peter Stringfellow, and Susie Boniface, the journalist and author of the Fleet Street Fox blog and Twitter site. Welcome to you both. Did you buy anything, Peter Stringfellow?
We went for the silent auction for tea and buns and cakes with Boris Johnson to discuss his new book, Winston Churchill. So my wife said, look, let's put in 3,000, because it was 2,000 at the time. I said, great. So she saw a name up there for half a second, so suddenly went 4,000, 5,000, and I think it went for 7,500. But luckily, he's a good friend, so that was all right.
And what motivated you to get involved? Is it because you just want to show your loyalty to the party, or is it because you genuinely want to meet Boris Johnson? What made you want to be?
No, loyalty to the party, and it was fun, because I'm a great fan of Boris. I think he's wonderful. He should be the deputy Prime Minister, that's my opinion, but let's move on from that one. Yeah, let's hope so. But the whole part of it is, yeah, my loyalty to the party, but my loyalty to the UK. If the Conservatives weren't doing the right thing, they wouldn't have my support. They are doing the right thing, and last night was superb. It was so aspirational and inspirational. Those two words go together. And they were all, it was great energy, and it felt like Britain was really on its way.
I mean, Susie, you're not, I don't think, a Tory supporter, but what would you bid for?
I am ambidextrous as far as politics are concerned. I don't support any particular party.
Supposing you've gone with a rich escort, what would you have bid for?
For anything, I would have bid £1 gazillion for dinner with Boris, and I would then have not paid and waited for him to chase me for it. Or I might have bid one of my old used toenails for a roast with Michael Gove. The problem with a lot of the stuff that was up for it, some of it was whizzy holidays and trips on private jets and stuff, which most people would quite like, so long as it doesn't come attached to Eric Pickles. But a lot of these gifts and the things that you could bid for were very, very odd. I'm sorry, Peter, but I really think any normal, sane human being wouldn't want to go shoe shopping with Theresa May. It would be limited fun. The woman's never cracked a smile in her life.
So we get the impression you don't like anybody. You don't like her, you don't like Boris.
You weren't tempted by the roast chicken.
I like them all. I think Theresa May is wonderful and is possibly a future Prime Minister. I like her very much.
But you could probably have tea with Boris if you wanted it. Why do you need to...
Who wouldn't have tea with Boris? Had a breakfast with Boris. I wouldn't have supper with Boris.
I wouldn't have a drink with Boris, to be honest.
Oh, I would. I think he's wonderful and very intelligent, very smart, very clever.
But why do you need to listen to him sell you his book? I mean, that seems a strange thing to be doing. If he was doing something amazing...
I think his book's the one on Rome was sensation. I read that. I haven't read the Winston. I've read lots of other things about Winston Churchill. I feel I know enough about Winston.
I mean, if Boris was going to do lap dancing, I'd bid for that. I'd be prepared to put money in.
I tried to get him there once, but he kind of...
I mean, obviously, we know that parties are short of money, and that's why they do these events.
Not after last night, Adam.
To raise... Well, yeah, exactly, but...
Over £3 million.
But do you think in the end... I mean, Labour has, £1,000 a plate dinners as well. Do you think it actually does the parties any good?
I think so, yeah, very much so.
I mean, I think a lot of people just think it's incredibly sort of posh and extravagant and not really in touch with all the people.
Let's use that silly word, posh. I mean, my God, it was when I was a kid in the 40s, that was used in comics. It's not a real word.
But you see, for example, we're told Cameron's banned champagne because he thinks people would think it's posh.
I know, and I had a word with him about it. That was silly, and he knows it was, and champagne's wonderful, and everybody likes champagne. If you're going to get married, whatever you're going to do, or you just like it for the love of it.
But when you've got lots like pheasant shooting and deer stalking...
Oh, yeah, well, okay, listen, I've never shot a thing in my life, let alone a pheasant. I've eaten it.
Image for the party, though, at a time of austerity,
yes, of course, someone's got to shoot them. I mean, you're telling me that somebody for Labour's never shot a pheasant? I don't, let's be silly. I mean, we know it.
No, I've never heard of a Labour MP shooting pheasants. I mean, it's possible.
Well, I tell you what, I would shake hands with you now, and because you're very smart, you know a lot of people, and let's put... I'll make it sensible. £100 for charity. I reckon there is, and you said there isn't. £100.
I don't think there's a Labour MP who's been on a pheasant shoot.
Why not? Anybody can go and shoot. I love pheasant to eat, but I would never shoot one. I would never kill one.
I could think of a few, but I'm not going
to... Don't tell me that. I haven't shaken on it. It's fine.
I love animals.
The thing is with these auctions, all parties need to try and find some way to get their donations up. They've all said they're going to look at ways of reforming party political funding. I'm not entirely sure that getting a group of people in who, with the greatest of respect suspect, Peter, they think are very rich and whose pockets they can pick to try and fund their campaigns are a way of reforming politics.
We don't see it that way. We honestly don't see that.
Do you think they invited
I'm
because they
affluent.
wanted
I'm not
to
super
know...
rich. I'm affluent. I could never put my money up
Yeah,
for
but
someone
do you
else.
think you were invited because they're desperate to know how you think they should run the country?
Are you... David rings me up every day asking me my opinion. Yeah. I mean, that's why we're in a mess.
But you weren't as a paying customer. You were supporting them, were you not?
Well, I've supported Conservative ever since I left Sheffield as a kid, when I realised there was such a thing as a mortgage. Nobody told me that. And Sheffield was a very socialist and probably...
People's Republic of South Yorkshire, Sheffield.
Yes, well, the point of it is that I became an aspirational person without knowing what the word meant. And from Sheffield onwards. And as much as I like Sheffield, aspiration, inspiration is what was there. I bucket loads of it last night, and if the Great Britain could catch that energy, we'd have no problems. It was wonderful last night, full of energy.
£3 for stuff if we had the money, but
Susie, wouldn't we rather be successful?
What would you donate if you were asked to donate a prize for a cause that you did support? What would you donate?
I would donate the ability, an explanation about the use of apostrophes, because I think that's a terrible paucity in British life at the moment. People don't know how to use apostrophes correctly.
Have you got apostrophes on Stringfellows?
Well, I use those dots, and when I'm emailing, I'd put, yes, I know, ... And I know that's wrong because I was close up to it. I know that's terrible, but I would do the explanation.
Okay.
Excellent.
Right.
We'll have you back for a grammar debate another time.
I'm sure people would pay thousands to be lectured on apostrophes.